All right, I'm gonna show you guys my leg real quick. It has like never been the same, so hold on. What's up, guys? I tried to slide in and it didn't work. That was stupid. What's up, guys? It's your boy K Soul, and today I'm gonna do another story time. I just wanna say before I get started, welcome back to another video. I'm glad you're here, and I hope that you stay. So without any further ado, let's just get into it. So this story marks a sort of dark period in my life. At least it was dark for me, and I don't want to sound super depressing. To be honest with you, I've had a great life. I've never was in a place in my life where I was like wondering where my next meal was coming from, wondering, you know, where I was gonna lay my head at night. Nothing like that. So this is not some sad sob story of me trying to just like get you to feel sorry for me. This is just some things in my life that kind of weighed me down at the time, and it all started with one event. So anyways, I'm sitting at home one day extremely bored. I mean, like, I had nothing to do. I think I was watching reruns of Judge Judy or something like that, if I remember right.
Shut up!
And a friend calls me and he's like, yo, what's up, KJ? That's what they used to call me. They called me KJ. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, nothing, man. You know, me and Judge Judy just chilling right now. And he says that he wants me to come play basketball. I love playing basketball. I play basketball for hours and hours and hours. If I have to be somewhere at a certain time, I will not play basketball before because I will lose track of time. So anyways, I put on my shorts, put on my, you know, whatever, my gear. I grab my shoes, I go out, meet him at the court. We're pooping, everything's going great. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there breaking ankles. I'm dunking on people. I'm lying, I can't dunk. We're having a great time, we're balling. And I remember all of a sudden, I'm coming down with the court, because anytime I play basketball, I try to run point. Like that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I be handling the ball or whatever. So I'm coming down the court, and it feels like somebody just pushes me. I just immediately go forward and I fall to the ground. My first thought is, somebody is playing way too much, and I was kind of irritated and mad, and I remember like turning over to like be like, yo, what happened? There was nobody behind me, and I look down at my leg. All I can see is the bone basically pushing my skin up. Like it almost penetrated the skin, but it didn't. It was like a bump in the skin, but you can see that it was a bone. It was clearly a bone. Everybody around me is going crazy. They're going nuts. Yo! And so the first thing people are trying to do is like, yo, you need to like elevate it. They're like doing different things. And I remember yelling at everybody, telling them, don't touch me. Leave me alone, don't touch it. And it didn't hurt when I first fell. It didn't hurt until I looked down. The pain just like hit me as soon as I saw the bone trying to like stick out. Somebody calls the ambulance and it comes through. It actually drives past the court. And we're like, where is it going? They called and was like, where'd you guys say you were at again? And they ended up coming, and the paramedics came, and I'm in extreme pain, but I'm still like joking around with them because that's how I deal with pain. They picked me up, they put me in the back of the truck, and we drive to the, what is that place called? We drive to the hospital. The friend that called me, he calls my parents for me. He lets them know, hey look, Kenny hurt his leg really bad. We think it's broken. He's headed to the hospital. My parents meet me at the hospital. I sat there for hours with a broken leg. Nobody's helping me, and my dad is pissed. I'm in pain. I just want to be helped. I'm not mad. I'm just like, please, somebody, anybody, just please, just help me. I need it. So my dad is pissed. Goes and he gets somebody, and he's like, look, somebody needs to look at my son's leg, and they need to look at it now. So they take me into the room. The guy examines my leg, and again, I end up sitting there for like another hour. And my dad, he's reached the boiling point. You know, at this point, I want my son moved to another hospital. But somebody comes in and they're like, all right, we're gonna get a helicopter. The helicopter's gonna come and it's gonna take you to the other hospital. I'm super excited because this is like a big deal. Like, they need to transport me in a helicopter. I don't know why, but it made me feel special. So anyways, they come back again and they tell me, so we weren't able to get you're just gonna have to get right back in the ambulance. The reason they didn't want to put me in the truck is because it's bumpy, and it was a really, really bad break. I ended up breaking my tibia and my fibia, just freak accident. When I get to the other hospital, we ended up getting this doctor who, I don't know what to call him. He was like a sports doctor. Basically, most of his patients were athletes. So he was used to seeing things like this. I had some vitamin D deficiency, but he said it wasn't so deficient that I should just be breaking bones randomly. He couldn't figure out why, but he said, don't worry, I can fix it. I remember me asking him, and this, I mean, at the time I probably was really dramatic about it, but I was like, Doc, please, give it to me straight. Will I ever be able to play basketball again? And he's like, you're all right, you'll be able to play ball again. So I was happy. He fixes my leg. I was drugged up for, I think, like a couple of days. People came to see me in the hospital and they said I was being weird because, you know, I was like on drugs or whatever, you know, prescribed drugs. I ended up in a cast for like 6 months. I really couldn't do anything. I was like in the house all the time. At the beginning of the video, I told you guys this one event kind of sent me into like a depression. And it wasn't because I broke my leg, but it was so many things happening to me at the same time. I was having issues with a girl that I liked. Basically, a girl I liked started messing with a really good friend of mine, and it kind of hurt my feelings. I had a son on the way that I had not planned for. I wasn't doing so well in school. I wasn't on track to graduate at the time, and a lot of my friends were. And when I broke my leg, now I'm stuck in this chair. I can't do anything in this one spot all day, and all these thoughts, they're just sitting there weighing me down. And on top of that, I felt some kind of way because a lot of my really close friends wouldn't come visit me. And if me and you are really close friends and you can't come see me in a span of 6 months, I know it's not the worst story ever, but it was a rough time for me. I was able to get past it. I was able to get over it. I'm doing great now. Things are great. And the reason I wanted to tell this story is because a lot of times when things happen to us, we tend to kind of like fold under pressure, focus on the bad things that are happening. And that's what I was doing. I was sitting in this chair. I couldn't go anywhere. And all the negative thoughts were just kind of like, you know, beating me up against my head. And I was kind of feeding into that. I am not a person that has had a bad life, but a lot of the people around me have. My mom grew up with 13 brothers and sisters, and they lived, you know, in a trailer park in the woods. They were made fun of growing up. Her mom passed away when she was like 15 years old, and my mom is doing great now. My mom is doing awesome. She's very successful. My dad, the same thing. My dad grew up in an abusive household. His mom was blind. You know what I'm saying? He's doing amazing right now. Even a lot of my friends have came from nothing and still made something out of themselves and are living amazing lives right now. And I think growing up with all of that around me kind of taught me that no matter what's happening to you in your life, no matter where you came from, you can rise above that situation. You can rise above those negative thoughts. So I basically just wanted to tell this story because I'm hoping that it inspires somebody that despite the fact that you may be going through a rough period in your life, that you know that you can get to a place where things are great. All right, so I think that's all I really have to say. It really meant something for me to, you know, share that with you guys, and I hope it does something positive for you in your life. If you like this video, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe if you want to stay for more. And in the comments, let me know if you've ever, you know, had a rough period that you had to go through and how you got over it. And I'm hoping that if anybody else comes across this video and watches it, they'll be able to go through the comments and see the things you guys are saying and be inspired even more. Anyways, that's all I have for today. I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful week. And just remember again, whatever you're going through, it won't last always, and things will soon get better. All right, I love you guys. Thank you. I'm out of here. It's your boy K Soul. I'm gonna show you guys my leg real quick. It has like never been the same. Hopefully I'm not too ashy. It's wintertime. So as you can see it better that way? This is what happens anytime I move my leg. So I also have drop foot syndrome. I think that's what they call it. I can lift one of my feet up like this and the other one only comes up like this. So I'll show you guys real quick. It's my left foot. That's my right foot. That's as high as I can lift it. So sometimes when I'm walking, I end up tripping because I don't pick up my leg all the way. And it's honestly, it's really not that bad. Like, I don't have like a limp or anything like that. But if I'm lazy and I'm not thinking about it, sometimes I just, you know, tend to drag my feet and you can end up tripping. But anyways.